lovely friends. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. I am Jan of Jan Hicks Creates, and I am thrilled that you are here. This is a channel about cross-stitch and a little knitting, my design work as a cross-stitch designer, and a little bit of life happenings. It's been a couple of weeks. We are on Flosstube number 153. I have not a whole lot to share with you, but some big news to share with you. First of all, I'm going to say I hope I do not appear too rushed in this video. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I do have to leave in about a half hour for a physical therapy appointment. So I think I'll go past a half hour. I'll need more time, so I'll finish up when I get back, which means the lighting will have changed and, you know, whatever. But anyways, it will just be a blink of an eye to you, but to me, it'll be an hour and a half. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the videos and the photos at the beginning. Those were from our trip down to Phoenix this time. We took a different route, went down over towards Jackson, Wyoming, so to the east and then south, and into Utah. Basically saw Utah from north to south, north mountains, alpine area, stunning scenery, down into Moab and then over west into Monument Valley. The wind was blowing so hard in Monument Valley, dust in the air. I mean, literally, like, you know, getting from the car, getting the camper set up, we're getting grit in our eyes and our mouth. We're just kind of, you know, hunkering down. So didn't really get out to do much other than like stop on that road into Monument Valley to take a picture and some video, because, you know, you kind of have to do that. That was actually a bucket list item of mine. So that was thrilling in spite of all the wind. Just overnighted there and then on down south into Arizona and to Phoenix. Had a great visit with my father-in-law. It's always so sweet. He says multiple times when we're there about how good it is to just have people there to talk to laugh with, just to share the day with. So, you know, that's why we try to get down there at least once a quarter. We're hoping he will come up and visit us in August when it gets really hot in the Phoenix area. So, yeah, it was a really good trip, really good to do. And yes, so much gorgeous scenery. I have not even begun to upload a video of all of the video I took onto my Sunsets and Sangria travel channel. In fact, I haven't even gotten the Silver Needle video done. I got all of the videos into my movie editor. I use iMovie, and that's as far as I got, because I got just not too caught up, but I had major deadlines to meet, and so it was all about stitching. I can't talk about all of that, but I will talk about some of that. So yeah, lots of news, and I'm afraid it's all about me this time. Like I said, big things happening in the Jan Hicks Creates world. First of all, I wanted to share that we are going to be having our first get-together of the Eastern Idaho Stitchers tomorrow afternoon from 2 to 4. I know there's a lot of you in the area, and I think most of you are on the Facebook group, but I don't know if you've seen the post about it, because we haven't gotten a lot of response. But anyways, it may just be a small group, but I hope to grow. I hope to do this every month. So if you are in the area, if you are on the Facebook group, the Eastern Idaho Stitchers Facebook group, please go there and check out the posts about it. All the information is there. But if you're not and you need to find it, or you need more information, just comment below and I will help you. So yeah, I'm very excited to start getting together with the Stitchers here and getting to know you guys. The other big news, Jan Hicks Creates is coming to 123 Stitch. A lot of you helped me make that happen. My understanding is that they posted all of my patterns, my entire catalog basically, on 123 Stitch, but I didn't actually see the order from the distributor that I use. And so I questioned my contact there, and she said what they are probably doing is, you know, there's the notify me button. They're gauging the interest before they place the order. So I asked all you guys on my Facebook groups and my Facebook page to, if you were interested, if you shop on 123, to go start hitting those notify me buttons. And within 2 days, the order came in. So it'll take, you know, a little while for the distributor to print out the patterns and get them sent to 123 Stitch. But yeah, this is huge. I'm just like, I'm a big kid now. You know, it just, wow, I was over the moon. So that's coming. StitchCon is coming together. So StitchCon is under 3 weeks now. Mike and I are driving over in the camper. We are leaving, I believe, on June 5th in order to get there on the 8th. It will be some days of hard driving. But I got there's going to be a floss drop exchange, so I got my floss drops made. So I based them on my seasons of lace. So the 4 designs and then the one of the framed piece. And on the back, I have my information. They're not punched. People will have to punch them themselves. Laura Duet, the serial starter, will have punches at her table. She is going to be at Weekend Day as well. So yeah, I have enough to give 5 cards to 250 people. So almost everybody, but I know that everybody isn't participating in this, so I'm sure I have plenty. So I have that all together. I'm going to reach here and get my iPad because I have some pictures to show you. I am getting a t-shirt made. Well, 2 t-shirts. So there is a woman on Facebook called Stitching Goddess Designs who designs and prints out on her Cricut machine. She makes t-shirts, right? So I had her make some logos for me that will go on my t-shirts. So this is going to be on the back. And this one's a little fuzzy just because it's so expanded here. This is going to be like on the front pocket type of thing. So I'm ordering one in black and white. These are going to be available because she has the designs all made up. If anybody out there should happen to want a Jan Hicks Creates t-shirt, I know, stranger things have happened. You can get them from her, and I will post the Facebook group information down below. On her Facebook group, she has albums showing which shirts and sweatshirts that she has available that she can put these designs on. And she has all kinds of other, you know, kind of fun cross-stitch saying shirts available too, if you just want to order, you know, just something general from her as well. So I will put that information down below. So that is kind of fun. Let's see. I said. Okay. That's all the big news. There is, like I said, something else I cannot share with you yet that I am over the moon excited about, and it is the thing that I had the deadline for. I had to get things done by this week. So, by the end of this week. So this whole week has been a blur of getting things stitched and put together. I have a headache that won't go away. Stress is not kind to me. My back doesn't hurt as much though, but I think that's because of the PT I've been doing. But anyway, so yeah, I can't share one of the things with you yet. And I can't share one of the designs because it is an exclusive. The one that I gave you a sneak peek of that had the like golds and burgundies, can't actually show you that design yet. By the middle of June, you will see it. But anyways, I do have another new design to share with you. And this is something that was part of the whole rush to get things done. This is what was causing my most stress because they are things that I've never done before. And it's all Maria Kutzner's fault. And you know I love you, Maria. And it's amazing how these have turned out, if I do say so myself. So Maria and I were chatting about the Smalls Exchange at StitchCon. And she said something along the lines of, it would be really cool to do a strawberry based on your motifs in the Seasons of Lace. And I was like, oh my God, you're so brilliant. She really is. So because it's summer, I've started with summer. So just to remind you, and easily because it's hanging up there where you can't see it, Seasons of Lace Summer is the purple one. So I created 3 smalls based on the motifs there. And the first one is this. So it has part of the mandala here and then one of the border motifs here. I did the ruched edging a la Vonna Pfeiffer using her instructions. And then what I did, I didn't bead and ruche at the same time. And it's not really ruching the way I've seen videos do. It's more like just gathering and stitching beads on and gathering some more. I went ahead and ruched the ribbon first. And then as I was sewing the ruching onto the pillow, I sewed the beads on as well. So the ruching is rayon ribbon from Lady Dot Creates. The color is aubergine, and it is perfect for this. And the beads are a size 6 seed bead from Mayuki. And I used teal, as you said. This is very French, ooh la la, magnifique. On the back, I happen to use an Eiffel Tower Paris fabric to finish. So this was stressful because I've never done ruching before. I've never finished a pillow like this with such an elaborate edging. So that was, this was just bite the bullet and do it, again with Maria's help. The second pillow has my little tassels on it. So this motif is the half one here. So I just expanded it, filled in a bit. Again, it has the Paris fabric on the back. And then I made the tassels. And it's been many years since I've made a tassel, but it came back to me. The tassels are made with the same silk that it's stitched with. And these are stitched in the same NPI silk as the main Seasons in Lace piece. And what I wanted to say about this, I forgot. So if you remember, the Seasons in Lace pieces, I did stitch with 2 strands of NPI over the two linen threads. It is a 36 count fabric, and usually on 36 count, I only use 1 strand of floss, and that is sufficient. I found with the NPI that it was a little bit, the coverage was a little bit scarce, a little bit too, not enough coverage. However, I was worried that I wouldn't have enough floss, number one. I hadn't ordered any when I started stitching this. But I decided I really wanted the mandala motif to just really have a lush, thick feeling to it as compared to the rest of the piece. And so these are stitched with 1 strand, and the mandala is stitched with 2 strands. And I love the contrast. I love how this pops and has that really thick, lush look to it. I love how the ribbon just pulls it all out. It was a labor of love. It was, once I got started, it was fine, but holy cow. It was in the evening when I was doing this, and after a day of pulling stuff together, I was like, oh my God, Maria. And she's like, wait till morning. I'm like, no, I got to get this done. It's done. I love it. This is just 1 strand over the 2 linen threads, and I think that turned out very sweet as well. I love the ribbon idea, or the tassel idea. I actually got this finishing idea from one of the Summer House Stitch Works patterns. It's a pillow. It's I can't remember, but it's like a sampler. It has an alphabet on the pillow. Very cute finish, and I like that. The other thing that's a first is the strawberry. So I took the flower there in the center, and then I took the side stems coming off of this middle border and combined them to make the design on the strawberry. And again, first time making a strawberry. This is 36 count, so you can see it's not very big. For the first time, I see that my cap is on a little wonky. It's a little sideways. I don't care. I think it's fantastic for a first time. I'm going to actually change the top. So I do still have some of the aubergine ribbon left. I'm going to take the button and the pins off and put a little bow, and then put one of the pins in the bow. I'll leave the purple flower, and of course the felt is sewn on. But anyways, many thanks to, of course, Maria for the idea and the encouragement. To the Erica Michaels website. Linda Stoltz does have a tutorial on her website for putting the strawberries together. And of course, Vonna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, and Helen D. both have tutorials for putting strawberries together. And I watched both of those. I read through the tutorial on ericamichaelsdesigns.com. Yeah, practiced it all in my brain before I actually did it. So this is called Samplings of Lace Summer. It is up in my Etsy store. It should be up on Fat Quarter Shop. I actually didn't check this morning. It may already be up on Fat Quarter Shop as a PDF. It will be coming to Everything Cross Stitch as a paper pattern soon, and hopefully to 123 Stitch soon as a paper pattern. I will be doing these sets for each one of the seasons. So starting with summer, next will be fall. And I will get more and more practice as we go along and not be quite so intimidated by it all. So my, where to put this so it's not piled on something else that I have to pick up. My week was filled with finishing those, stitching and finishing, as well as finishing the thing I can't tell you. And I am thrilled that it's done. And I can kind of breathe. And my headache is slowly going away. Thank the Lord. All right. So because I was concentrating on those so much, I didn't get a whole lot of other stitching done, but I did get a bit. I don't think... I think I worked on Funky Flowers a little bit more since I've met you last. So I did start on this. I got the first flower done and did start on the second flower. And I am anxious to get back to this now that the insanity of the other stitching is done. This is on 56 count Reindeer Linen by XG Design. Also, I don't think I said it, the Samplings of Lace Summer, the smalls, is done on the same fabric. I had enough left as the main piece, the Seasons in Lace Summer, and that is 36 count Sampler Khaki by XG Design. So, Reindeer by XG Design, 56 count, gorgeous, gorgeous brown color, and I am using 100.3 and Soie Surfine silks, both by Soie d'Alger. So, we'll get more done on that. The design when I talked to you in my last video, I had told you I was going to work on Narnia, and I was going to work on, I forget what I told you. I know I mentioned Narnia. I didn't pick it up. Instead, I took the Black Sheep sampler with me. This is one of Wendy's from the Heart Needle Arts designs that I hope to get done in the not too distant future. I'm about halfway done. So I decided to take this with me and got a little bit more done on this. I just have to finish the last bit of the border of the alphabet up at the top. I got more of the borders done. I got, this is a herringbone lace stitch in there, eyelets in here. I am stitching this on a 40 count with Vicky Clayton silks. These eyelets are tiny, tiny, tiny. So I'm basically, when I pick it up, I do one strand of the eyelets, and then move on to something else. So slowly but surely that will get done. As you can see, the little girl, this is an antique reproduction. The antique is down here in the bottom of the chart. It's kind of hard to see. I think, does she have a bigger picture of it in here? Hold on. The little girl did use different colors of green throughout her, all right, she doesn't have a bigger picture, and I think she might have sent me a picture, but anyway, she does use different colors of green just in random places through the border. So this is one you can't just do the border without looking at the chart. You need to make sure that you're changing colors when the little girl decided to change colors. There is no name on this sampler. So anyways, moving along on this, and I will continue to work on that as well. So that's really all of the stitching that I got done that I can show you. Again, where do I put stuff? Knitting. Let me make sure I'm where I need to be. What time is it? 11:03. I have about 7 minutes before I have to get up and get ready to head out the door. I did get some knitting done. As many of you know, as I've mentioned before, I do knit for the most part in the car when we're on these trips because bigger needle, bigger stitches. Unfortunately, Nina has decided that her place when we're moving is either on my lap or on Mike's lap. And this thing is too big to have both a cat and a lot of knitting on my lap. So I didn't get as much done as I had hoped on the drives, but I did work on it when we were at the house, and I've been working on it here. Nina has also found the footwell, so there were times when she would say, oh, you know, I'm tired of being on the lap, and she would get down there. She will not sit on the back seat. I told her over and over, you have a whole back seat to stretch out on. You'd be much more comfortable back there. She wasn't having it. She either had to be on our laps or in the footwell. Spoiled animal. Spoiled. Anyway, my flutter poncho. Again, hard to show. I'm not taking it off the needles at this point. I have 916 stitches on the needle right now. I have 3 rows to go, and then the bind off. I have the row I'm currently on, I'm just starting, is a purl row. The next row is another increase row, so that will bring me to 900, it's 8 stitches per increase row. That will bring me to 924 stitches. Then I have another purl row, and then I have the bind off. I don't know how well you're able to see this monstrosity at this point. It is a monster. It's going to be gorgeous. The colors are just amazing. It really is like stained glass, which is the look I was going for. So yeah, the knit rows take me, at this point, they're taking me about 40 minutes to get around. The purl rows are taking me most of an hour. And the bind off, I have to find a stretchy, I have to remind myself, relearn a stretchy bind off, because I want this needs to be stretchy. I expect the bind off will take me hours. Bind offs are slow. But I am at the end. I expect tonight I will get those 3, the 2, the purl, the knit, the purl row done, and may be able to start the bind off. We shall see. It depends on how much stitching I get done. I didn't do any stitching the past couple nights because I was so burned out from everything this week, plus the headache. So yeah, that's where that is. Now, I have haul and giveaways to show you. I think that's where we're at. Oh, let me do the question first, and then I will step away, get to my appointment and back, and I'll do the haul and the giveaways when I get back, which again, to you is just going to be a blink of an eye. So I did have a question from somebody when we're talking about the 56 count fabric, how, and really any of the higher count fabrics, what I use. Good lighting, of course, is a must. I have here next to me, I don't know whether I can show you this. This is called, I think the Tektronix, I think is the name. Yeah, Tektronix. I've had this for years. It's just your standard multi-level, warmth light. It can come out, it comes out like this. So I can get it right over my fabric. So this is what I use when I'm down here stitching. Upstairs I have the BenQ light. I did a review on that not too long ago, so you can find that in my videos. It is an excellent light as well. So good lighting is a must. Other than that, I have readers. I don't have any extra magnification other than the readers at this point in my life. I have, for my general reading, looking at my iPad or the computer, the strength of my readers is 2. For my stitching readers, I think I have a pair that's 3 and a pair that's 3.5. So that's what I use for stitching on these higher counts. That's what I use for my stitching, period. I can't use my 2s to stitch. Excuse me, I have to use the higher magnification of the readers. So yeah, at this point, I don't need anything special as far as an additional magnifier. But, you know, we all vary. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Okay, I am going to run. It's about 10 after 11. So I'm going to run, and I will be back soon. Like I said, for you, it'll be a blink of an eye. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Okay, I am back, hopefully in relatively the same place. The same look, the same everything. PT session went well. My legs are wobbly from the exercises, but that's okay. All right, so we are on to the haul session, and I have quite a variety of things to show you. I am going to start with what's back here behind me. So, one of the places that we passed, well, several times on our way down to Phoenix, if we go down the road that heads to Flagstaff, basically, is a place called the Cameron Trading Post. And it is at that point, you're on the Navajo reservation, and it is a store, hotel, restaurant, a good stopping place along that road. It's 89, I believe, heading south, north and south. But it is run by the Navajo. And in the trading post part of it, the store part of it, there's, of course, all kinds of touristy type things you can get, you know, Native American type of things. But there also is quite a bit of more traditional artwork and textiles. They have sand art there that is amazing. I'm not even going to try and describe it. We hope to invest in one of the pieces at some point. Excuse me. They have rugs, Navajo hand-hooked rugs that are works of art, and they have pottery. This is called horsehair pottery because in the kilning process, they put horsehair and other types of materials, and as it heats in the kiln, it burns the impression of whatever they put into it into the pottery itself. I just noticed the name of the artist is on the bottom. Cassandra Largo Dine 2022 is what it says on the bottom. But anyways, they have big and small different pieces of pottery. Mike and I actually collect pottery. And so there's other pieces there that we will get over time, but I could not pass, since it was Mother's Day weekend that we were traveling down there, I could not pass this up as a little prezzy for Mother's Day. Isn't it gorgeous? And it is Native American art. So that came home with me. I got the other day another antique sampler. This is another Spanish one. So it's mostly alphabets. Very faded. It does say on the bottom here, por Antonia Rosell y Garcia, año 1886. It has a piece of muslin sewn on the back, so I undid 3 of the sides so I could look at the colors on the back. And the purple is definitely brighter. The green here in the block letters is brighter. The blue's a little bit brighter, but it's really the purple that really stands out. So anyways, I will be charting this. I think it is gorgeous. Of course I think it's gorgeous. I wouldn't have bought it if I thought it was ugly. Anyway, I plan on taking this with me to StitchCon so that I can pick out the colors that I want to use on it. I am going to be charting that in Vicki Clayton Silk, but I will also have a DMC conversion, as I always do, but I'll also have a overdyed floss conversion. What I'm planning on doing is picking out the overdyed flosses first, and then finding the Vicki silks that are the ones that match the overdyed flosses. A little bit of a segue, I'm going to be meeting Vicki at StitchCon. She is going to be driving over. Most of you know she lives in Pennsylvania. She's going to drive over to Cincinnati to meet with a couple of us while we're there. So I'm very excited about that. But that sampler will be charted in her silks as well as the overdyed cottons and the DMC. So I'll get started on that in the not too distant future. I do still have the pillow idea. Remember I had the choice of the greens or the burgundies on the different fabrics. I'm actually going to be starting to chart that probably this coming week. So I'll be working on that. I don't know whether I'll have that ready to start stitching it as we drive across to StitchCon. I might have some of it ready. We'll see. I will be starting, I don't have it with me. Hold on. Carolyn Zook and I will be starting Lila Studios with the Needle 2 together at StitchCon. She is going to be stitching it on, I think she got a 32 count. I'm stitching it on 40 count, so it will be fun to see the different sizes. She's also going to be taking her funky flowers, as will I, so we can take pictures and compare the different sizes. I think she's doing hers, I don't remember whether it's 32 or 28. So there will be quite, it's 28 because it's half of this, or twice this, right? Or maybe it's 32. I don't know. But anyways, there will be a big difference in size. So we'll be comparing and doing pictures and videos and stuff. But anyways, this is our new start that we're going to do together at StitchCon. So I have it all kitted up with the overdyed flosses. I am using 40 count Legacy Fiber Arts linen in Old North Church, which is just a gorgeous, gorgeous soft colorway, soft tannish brown. One thing though I was looking at yesterday, so some of you may know this is with the Needle 2 because Leela had charted this previously, and for some reason she felt she wanted to change it. She wanted to update it. I don't know how well you can see, but I like the flowers on the side of this better than the ones on the side of this. They're the same on each side. This is 186 stitches tall. This is the first one is 146, so there is some size difference there that I will have to work with, but that's something I can easily figure out. I'll be starting stitching that in the middle, so it's going to be a while before I have to worry about that. All right, other haul. I got my next strawberry from the Under the Woolen Willow Strawberry Club. I just joined the spring one, so this is actually was just 3 months, so this is actually the last one I'll be getting from her of that. So that will go here with my other ones. That was fun to get those. I got from Lady Dot Creates the third of her Ukraine charity fundraising efforts. So this is a scissor fob, as you can see, zipper pull, has all the different charms on it that are really pretty. I got her, the first item she did was the pins, so I got that. The second one I missed, and I don't remember what it was, but I did manage to get one of the scissor fobs. So, and I believe that she, I believe she raised like $20,000. I might have that wrong, but she, through these 3 things, she raised quite a bit for, I think it was World Central Kitchen that she was donating the money to. So I was thrilled to be a part of that. I also got 2 project bags from Lucy Beam, Becky Noland. She sells these on her Facebook group, Lucy Beam Designs, I believe. I'll find the right name and I'll put it below. So when I was looking through what she had, I saw this one. It is a Star Wars one. And I said to Mike, it was just, I think it was May the 5th. We were on the drive down. We were on the drive down to Phoenix. And I said to Mike, I saw this one. I said, do you think I need a Star Wars project bag? And he's like, we had actually started to rewatch the movies before we left for Phoenix. So I said, do you think I need a Star Wars project bag? And he's like, well, duh. So I got the Millennium Falcon. Or not just the Millennium Falcon, it's just Star Wars General. And then it has a pretty red interior. I also got, she was selling some wrapped embroidery hoops. And so I thought that was pretty. I may or may not use it. You know, I stitch mostly in hand, but every once in a while it's good to have something to put your project in. And then I got this one that has the thimbles on it. And again, it has a pretty red fabric interior. So those are from Becky Noland, Lucy Beam. I have been a member of the Just Pins Button Club at Fat Quarter Shop. So that comes with a set of buttons and then a little pin cushion design. I've never made any of the pin cushions, but I do love the pins. There is one more set of these coming. I believe August is their last month when they're going to be doing these. And they're going to be switching over to a dessert-themed pin club. So I'm not going to switch over to that club, but just to let you know, that is something that's happening. I don't know if Fat Quarter Shop has it listed yet on their website, but that is something you can check out if you are interested in dessert-themed buttons. From Acorns and Threads, I got the next in the Into the Woods series, this gorgeous bear. And did you see the next one that's coming out? The eagle. Gorgeous. These are all just amazing stitches. No, I have not worked anymore on the fox. It will get done eventually. Too many other things to worry about. So I had showed you the aubergine ribbon that I got from Lady Dot Creates for my my samplings of lace. I also got a pink one because this is peony, because spring will be done at some point here, but I think this is too bright. This isn't going to work for those particular colors. They're more of a corally pink rather than a pink, and that's too pink. But anyways, got those from Lady Dot Creates on Etsy. Again, I will link that below. I also got from the Stitch Niche in Arlington, Texas. That is where Maria works. I got a variety of colors of wool because I knew that I would need, I guess these ones that are rolled are felt, and then I have 2 of the Week Dye Works wools back here. I knew I would need them for finishing the strawberries, so I got a variety of the colors for the different seasons. So we'll see as I work on those if those work out. I think they will. I got from Wendy the August Quaker. This was hot off the presses. She has only just started to send these to shops, but this is the August one. It uses 3 colors of Classic Colorworks, Glazed Carrots, Weeping Willow, and Dublin Bay. And of course, she does have the DMC conversion. And this is, I mean, it's just, as are all of these, it's just so pretty. So start looking for those, coming soon to a shop near you. I got the next set of silks from Vicky, and I haven't opened these up yet, and my scissors are over in the other room, my general cutting open things scissors. So I'm just going to make a little snip with my good stork scissors here. Didn't make a big enough snip. All right, here we go. This is where I squint when I try and read the names. Quiet Fajales. I don't know how to say that word. She has a series of colors. Fajales is what I used in the sewing box sampler, a couple of those. It's kind of a very pale, I'll show you this. I don't know what it means. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's F-A-G-A-L-E-S. But it has a very faint hint of tan along with the ecru. So this is the monthly variegated Floss of the Month Club. This is, excuse me, Beach Days, D-A-Z-E for days. And remember, these are all the ones that coordinate with or are inspired by the overdyed flosses. And she does have a chart on her website under knowledge base, I think, that says which of the overdyed flosses match which of her silks. So you can do those kind of conversions if you want to. This one is called Penny Bridge. Oh, and it's like a really pretty bronzy copper. That's really gorgeous. Be alone. Be alone. Be alone in my apple tree reading books. That's what I did as a kid. I was a tomboy. And I would take a book up into my favorite apple tree. It had perfect branches for sitting and reading, and I would just read when I didn't want to deal with people. Seize the Day, S-E-A-S for seize. So pretty blues, steely blues greens. Vim and Vigor. I think I got this with something. I think this came in a kit or something. Rusty Red. Kismet. I think I got this for, might have gotten this for the Black Sheep Sampler, or maybe for, actually this is for Maria Cerrone, which I haven't touched in a while. Kismet. Out of the Bag. Pretty. Eureka Flowers. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous combinations of colors. And last but not least, this one is Jabber Away. And this is interesting. I guess I should show it to you. So it has like reds and purples and then this streak of like a grayish blue. I need to look that up and see what that is equivalent to. So that is my floss of the month. All right. I joined I'm so bad. I don't know these things. The Layer Cake Club for Fat Quarter Shop. So that I would have a greater variety of finishing fabrics because I don't have that much. And what I have doesn't necessarily inspire me very much. So I finally got March. If you are a member of pretty much any of their fabric clubs, you've gotten emails saying that, as with everything, the shipments were delayed. They were just very, very delayed. So I finally got the March one. I just got an email yesterday or the day before that the April one has shipped. And lo and behold, the March one is the Blackbird Designs Thread That Binds. So these are the 10-inch squares. And I don't know anything about quilting or fabrics or any of that, but I do think it's pretty special that the first one I got is the Blackbird Design ones. If you follow this, you've seen these fabrics. Other people I know, Kitten Stitcher has gotten her shipment in and has probably started to send out just gorgeous, gorgeous selection. Now, I had hoped to be able to use one of these on the backs of my samplings of lace, but there's no purples in here. There's nothing that worked. But I was able to use one on the back the way I finished my Stitch Happiness piece, which I can't show you. And it worked out. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It worked out perfectly. So the timing of getting these fabrics was perfect. They are gorgeous. I can't wait to be able to do more with them as far as finishing things is concerned. So that is the Thread That Binds. That's the Fat Quarter Shop Layer Cake Club. So I'm really excited to see what's next. Okay. Now we are going to segue, finishing up haul and moving into giveaway, because the next things I got are sent to me partly as haul, partly as giveaways. Funny that. All right, first I got some charts from one of my followers here, Tammy, who lives in Kauai. She sent me 3 things to give away. And I'm not doing all of these today, but just to be aware of what's out there. So this is a kit, Heirloom Treasure. I don't know whether it has a name or not, but Little Mice quilting, and so it has the thread and the fabric. A Mirabilia called Caring Wings. Whoops. And a kit by The Drawn Thread. So this has the fabric, silk, floss, it's soie d'Alger. It's soie d'Alger, and beads. So that is gorgeous. So she sent me those 3 things as giveaways. And then Fat Quarter Shop sent me a box full of goodies. So the Cut Press Sew pattern, a quilt pattern called Amaryllis, their new plaid project bags. So a mint green, a blue, and a pink. And then Snail Trail quilt block foundation paper for 10-inch square pre-cuts and, I don't know, foundation paper for this pattern. I don't know anything about these. But, so yeah, thank you to Fat Quarter Shop, as always, who is so generous. And thank you to Tammy for sending those to give away. So, giveaways. We will move on to that then. All right. Last video's winners. So we had 3 different things you needed to answer. For the first one, what is your favorite spice? And the prize was the pattern and the fabric. This fabric is so pretty. The majority of you, your favorite spice is cinnamon, and it is mine as well. I could use it on pretty much everything, and when I do use it, like so many of you, I use it liberally. It is not Mike's favorite, so he just rolls his eyes at me when I do that. So, Autumn Spice pattern and fabric is going to Debbie Reynolds. Debbie says, Jan, you have a beautiful yard. Thank you, Debbie. Hope you enjoy your trip to Phoenix and Monument Valley. How thrilling it was. It was amazing. Always enjoy your stitching and look forward to your notes from your trip. In the kitchen, we have mostly muted tones, and my favorite spice would be cinnamon. A trip for me is traveling the length of the state to make a doctor's visit and visit a needlework store on the way back. Love your cards. Oh, I forgot to bring the card over. Thanks for the reminder, Debbie. Anyways, Debbie, you get this one. The stitch cards. My question for this was, do you have a color theme in your kitchen? And a lot of you don't. Many of you do. This is going to Vonda Hall. Vonda says, Jan, as always, you make me laugh. Enjoy your time in Arizona. My favorite spices are Ceylon cinnamon and star anise. That's an interesting one. My kitchen is wreathed in sunflowers, and unfortunately, there won't be any trips in the foreseeable future. So, Vonda, you get the stitch cards. And then the last question for the Away We Go quilt pattern was, do you have any trips planned? And this one is going to Jean Truckee. And Jean says, my kitchen color scheme is gray and red with a pinch of cinnamon spice. Have a wonderful trip to Phoenix. So guys, whoever names I called, please email me at jan@madforyarn.com. My email address is always listed below should you need it. Send me your mailing address and I will get these in the mail. I am backed up on mailing. Of course, we were in Phoenix for a week, and then since I've been back, I haven't had time to think about that. I do expect next week I will get everything in the mail, certainly before we leave for StitchCon. All right, so this week's giveaways. I'm going to give away the pink bag from Fat Quarter Shop, the drawn thread kit, and the cut press sew pattern. And again, guys, this is going to have to only be open to US addresses. All right, so for the pink bag, I want to know, what would you store in this bag? Use the word bag in a sentence. For the cut press sew giveaway, the question is, do you quilt? Use the word quilt in a sentence. And then for the drawn thread kit, I want to know, have you ever stitched with silk? And use the word silk in a sentence. All right, so that's the giveaways for this week. Let me get the card. Look at the pretty blue today. I coordinate with the angel card. Laughing? I hope so. This one says, let's see, what does it say on the front? Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. On the back it says, the path to joy begins with contentment. Take the first step. How do you take the first step? I don't know. The path to joy begins with contentment. I think a lot of it is in your thoughts, being content with what you have, not trying to be like everybody else, not wanting to compare yourself with others, to want what everybody else has. That is hard to do in this world. It's hard to do in the cross-stitch world. It's hard to do as a floss tuber and a designer. It is hard not to compare oneself with what everybody else is doing. It's hard. The path to joy begins with contentment. Be content with what you have, with who you are. I think we all need to strive on that, don't we? All right, guys, that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I hope I gave you a little chuckle here and there. I don't expect, well, I know I won't be back before we go to StitchCon. I won't have time to do a video until we get back, but I expect I will be filming some there, certainly. I will be filming some with Carolyn. I will have a lot to share when I get back, as will Carolyn, I'm sure. For those that might not know, Carolyn is C Zook Stitch, C as in the letter C for Carolyn, C Zook Stitch here on Flosstube and on Instagram and on Facebook. All right, guys, I think that's all. I'm going to stop rambling. I am going to get some lunch, and then I will get this video edited and uploaded. I love you guys. You take care of yourselves. I can't wait to see those of you that are going to be at StitchCon A, and I will